Hey guys, so we're here with Tim Shmee.
How's it going?
Thank you so much for having us.
It's a pleasure.
Brussels Auto Show. First time in Brussels.
First time at the auto show. Been to Brussels many times.
There we go.
That over the years, I wouldn't even know how many. Like lots and lots.
World travel, let's put it that way. I don't think you remember because you probably met thousands of people over your tours, but we actually met one time 5 years ago at Pebbles Beach.
Okay.
Concours d'Elegance, 2019, August.
We had the 4GT out there.
The 4GT came out for the first time. I was actually out there for a work trip, and it was the first time that I was at a car show in the US.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, Tim Shmee's here. And I've been watching your videos for years.
You jumped in at the deep end going to Car Week, because Car Week, anybody who has ever seen any video or anything to do with it is like the most incredible epicenter of epicness.
Exactly. Pebble Beach is like the pinnacle of like the car show.
It's that whole like you're driving. Well, 4GT is like common as muck out there, right?
Exactly.
You probably saw 10
the stuff out there was crazy. I was like, what the hell is this? And I stumbled upon it by accident. You know, I wasn't planning to go there because, like I said, I was out there for a work trip. So I was just driving around. I thought, what the hell is this Pebble Beach? When we Google it, it's like, shit, this thing's pretty big.
Yeah.
But I wanted to pick your brain a bit about your car collection because I saw you just released a new video and you've done it a year ago as well. You got some inspiration from the guys out in the US like Adam LZ, TJ Hunt, Throttle House, and those guys. Why don't you have any JDM cars in your collection?
A lot of
because
people
there's
ask.
a lot of.
No, so I love doing this like full update video because in the earlier days for me of YouTube, I had one car and then it became 2 or maybe 3 cars, and it was quite easy for the audience to know everything about each car because there aren't that many, right?
But as the years go on, the car collection grows.
Now it's like 20 cars, and I'm well aware that most people don't remember what's here, what's where, what happened. I get messages all the time saying, why do you never drive whichever car? And I'm like, I drove that car 10,000 miles this year, you know? It happens all the time because there's so much content as well. People don't see everything.
It's hard to keep
so
track
people
of.
don't see every single video. They don't know about every car. So I like doing this big update kind of idea. And you're right, it does make you then think, what's missing? What are the cars that are missing? And I drove an R34 recently. I did a video.
What's your impression of that?
Great car. I would have liked it to be a bit more exciting.
Okay.
Like
so
more
less dramatic.
Italian. But the thing is, like, you know, something like an R34 it's almost it's quite like the German cars. It's quite precise, perfect, well made.
That's the Japanese precision.
Yes, everything's good.
You like a bit of drama, something to break, something to go wrong, you know?
It's what's the only reason people bought Aventadors, right?
That's it, right?
Because they're a little bit awkward.
Maybe catch on fire, you know? Like,
yeah, well, hopefully not. I think that.
But is it a personal preference? Because you like your supercars, you like your American cars.
What I quite like the most is the new car experience. So a lot of the cars I have, pretty much all the cars I have, I bought new, right? So I got a new model when nobody really knew anything about it. I got to spec it myself. I collected it with 0 miles.
So you enjoy that part of the journey?
I enjoy the journey building to the car, and I enjoy knowing everything about the car.
Right.
You know, I get very stressed by even the cars that I have that I bought used, and like my SS Black Series or my Clio V6. When something goes wrong, you don't know what happened. You don't know the history.
You know what happened to it,
So I like.
But also maybe like a financing option. Like it's much harder to finance an older JDM Classic than a newer car.
No, not really.
That's not an issue of why you haven't got like a 90s JDM.
No.
More of a personal preference.
Yeah, you know, I would say a lot of the cars I go for are what appeals to me. I like, obviously, European exotics for sure.
You like your hot hatches?
I do like my hot hatches. And okay, what's the closest to a JDM I've had? A Toyota Supra. An A90 is a BMW, right? It's not the same. It's one of those I've toyed with a few times. It's not me. You know,
I've never taken the plunge.
No, I grew up reading about the supercars, and that's the thing.
You had the Countach in your wall as opposed to growing up.
Ferraris more than the Lambos.
Okay,
but yeah,
I was more of the Countach guy.
You know, I think everybody has different tastes, and it's one of the coolest things about cars. Somebody looking into the car world from outside just sees all car people are the same, right? But the thing is, there are so many different genres within. From supercars to JDM to classics to drag racing to track racing to motorsport.
You got the drifting, you got the old gymkhana stuff.
Everything, and then you have like pickup trucks, and then you've got obviously American muscle
trucks
cars.
in here as well, motorbikes. You know,
like there's so many different forms within this same industry. That's what's really cool about it. So
you've got your kind of niche, and that's what you stick to because that's what appeals
what I
to
like
you,
the most.
Right? Yeah.
For sure, I have some quirky cars, and for sure there are some more unusual things I'd like to start picking up now.
Right.
But you know, I like the kind of mix that I have from the Focus RS and the Clio and whatever, up to, well, Ford GT and the Zenvo, you know, it's that's my kind of car.
Do you have like an idea in mind when you buy a car? Like, is there a purpose for a car, or just like, oh, that's something I think would make good content, or is it like, do you want to enjoy the car?
There's no one strict rule of thumb. Sometimes it might be because I think that will work really well online. Sometimes it will be because I want it and I don't really care. And sometimes it will be because it fits into a purpose in the garage. I think one thing that happens when you're lucky to have as many cars as I do, you don't buy a car to be the best daily or to be the best road trip car or something, because you've got cars that
But you have an idea in mind, like you think like, okay, I need a car for this purpose, or to go to do this activity.
I actually think I go the other way around. I think I find the car and then I figure out which activities are going to go with that car, if that makes sense.
That's funny, actually, yeah. I'm a very modest, humble YouTuber. It's taken me 7 years to get 1,800 followers, and I've got now a car collection of about 5 cars.
Cool.
I actually reached out to you recently, and you messaged me back. I've got the gold Toyota Supra, the top secret Supra that's in the Hall 9.
I remember speaking. Yeah. Cool.
When you get time over the weekend, maybe you have a stumble upon there.
Definitely, and you can go and persuade me why I'll need to have one at one point.
Maybe we need to take you for a drive, then you'll be convinced, because this one's very dramatic. Yeah, I think you will get that Lamborghini feel that you're missing in your other experiences. Yeah,
sounds like
a plan. It was great to meet you.
Likewise.
Thanks so much for your time, man.
Absolute pleasure.
Thanks for giving us some time.
We'll go chat about the Supra.
For sure. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
All right, cheers.